Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Apex F1. Can anyone catch Wisbear even at this early point after a controlled win last time out in Hungary? Or could Rapid, Blackbox, Jones or Astro John put on a charge? Can Harvey keep up his great start to the new league? And he's back to full strength for his team tonight with the return of Stevie Jenkins. Could he fulfil the potential work he's got in him? We're going to find out. So we're here for round 4, season 3, and we're here at Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. I'm the mighty Atom, and I'm joined, as always, by your number one comms guy, my brother from another mother, the man, the myth, the legend that is Virabi. How you doing tonight, boss?
I'm not too bad, mate. I'm not too bad. Very well done, man. Very well done. I wasn't expecting all that.
Oh, mate, my heart is going like fuck. Turn language.
So
Black Box is... What to do it?
Are you streaming on YouTube or are you on?
I'm on YouTube.
Right.
I'm on YouTube,
so,
mate.
Guys, something a little bit different for you. Black Box and that's already in the chat. James, how you doing, lads? Nice to have you here. The mighty Am asked me today if he could take a lead on the comms tonight because he wants to work at it and get himself a little bit out of his comfort zone. So
well, I didn't care if I wanted the lead on the comms, but I wanted to do the intro.
Alright, well, there we go. So, there we have it. Just in case anyone's thinking, what the hell's going on? That's no Brabby. There we go. Stuarty boy, nailing it. Absolutely nailing it.
Just try to get some of that social anxiety, mate. That's what it is like. I'm working on it like you can.
That's what we're all about, brother. That's what we're all about. We're all here to support each other in some way. But no, I'm alright, pal. I'm alright. I'm feeling a wee bit pain in my shoulder the day. Biking season is officially back, so
right.
I'll try and not go over it too much. I'm sure there's guys in here that just want to talk about F1 and all that, so I'll try and keep the bikes to a minimum. But aye, it's biking season and I'm paying for it. I am definitely what you would regard as bike fit.
You've been making the most of this half decent weather.
I have indeed. Aye. Up early the day, went to the gym, got myself out and about as quick as I could. So, what are we thinking of the tyre choices here for this opening qualifier, boss? Everybody out on a set of mediums, obviously going to, I'm assuming, going to do a 2-lapper.
Well, like me, I like a double warm up on a medium, so it wouldn't surprise me.
But ladies and gentlemen, as the mighty Atom said, welcome, we are at Suzuka, Japan, an absolute dreadful track for myself. I don't know about the wee Arm. What do you think, mate? Do you like it?
I didn't used to like it when I was on the pad. But when I moved to the rig, like it, I quite liked it after that. So yeah, I'm a fan on the wheel, but I wasn't a fan on the pad.
Oh no, I can't get to grips with this track. It's going up the hill on the S's. It's and the curbs here are like
again. See when you
like ice.
When you go into your wheel, mate, you'll be able to do that bit. A lot easier.
Everybody keeps telling me to get on it as quick as I can, but the fear is slowing down to try and learn it again. I don't know. It'll
make you faster in the long run, though.
I'll see what I can do. I'll think the holidays at work renew in the next couple of weeks, so I'll maybe look at taking maybe a 2-week holiday, and we'll try and get some practice and see if I can get myself on the wheel.
There is a few tracks with tricky sections like that, which are quite hard, I find, on the pad. And I found that I just seem to do a lot better with the wheel work.
Oh. Right, so 5.8 kilometre track, ladies and gentlemen. I was going to say it's a 307 kilometre race distance, but that's based on 53 laps. We're not going to be doing that. We're definitely not going to be doing that. You join us today with a sprint qualifier, something a little bit different, a special event for you guys. So we're going to, Wales sets the first lap of the sprint qualifier, 129.2 on a set.
Hello from Amy and Lion Island. Hope the races go well for the races and that you enjoy commentating.
9-lap qualifier, and then on to another qualifier, and then on to our feature race. Now,
cheers, David. Hello to you and Amy.
Question is, ladies and gentlemen, and please don't anybody in the game ruin it for us. We don't like weather spoilers, but I have 9 times out of 10 raced here. It's always ended in disaster. I've always had wet races. Here's Srivatsa sets the fastest lap of the qualifying so far, 1:28.7. I need to get myself off wheel.
I'm on board the back box, but his eyes 4 seconds doing it's obviously not a fast lap he's on.
We'll jump on with the Aston Martin of Jenkins.
Yeah, the Aston Martin's back to full strength for this race, so.
It is indeed. Harvey will be relieved. He's got a teammate once again. Jenkins taking a couple of weeks out there. Managed to pull a muscle, he says. I don't know what he was doing to pull that muscle, but yeah, good to have him back. Absolutely, we've been missing him.
Yeah, I think he's going to do good here. Look.
Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed.
As long as he keeps it his own head and just drives like he can, because we both Kenny's fast.
He's definitely got the pace, absolutely. Problem is, he's got some other pretty quick drivers in here.
Yeah.
Srivatsa, Whale, Blackbox.
Yeah, I'll certainly be keeping an eye on Rapid tonight again. He seemed to have been really fast last week. Blackbox, apart from the couple of issues he had last week, I thought he could have been challenging for the win if he didn't have the issues there. So.
Ah, no, but it was towards the end of last week. Unbelievable, yeah. He's putting on some good shows. I've just noticed there that Astra John is out of the session. I'm not sure what's going on there. If he's had a... Well, hello there. How you doing, Will? Mate, you told me you weren't going to be listening. You were going to take some time out, and I'm so glad that you lied to me. It's really good to see you on track, mate. It really is.
I see Wisburns, he's on 76 points, and the next closest person's Blackbox on 37, so he's got quite a commanding lead at this early stage.
He does indeed. He does indeed. He's been putting on a performance.
Putting on a clinic.
Putting on a clinic, mate. I've not heard that in ages. Let's have a look. So, as the constructors stand, let me just double check when these were updated. They were updated on the 28th, so this will be right, Blackbox. I hope it is. Haas lead the way, 95 points. McLaren on 49. Sauber with 47. Williams with 47. Racing Bulls with 41. Aston Martin in 6 with 41. Harvey's going to be relieved now that he's got the chance of double points here. Mercedes with 31. Ferrari, 29. Red Bull with 26. And Alpine, the mighty Alpine, coming up the rear there with only 12 in this season so far.
On board the Stevie through sector 1.
We are seeing the fuel light flashing there. I had a week off, missed it, man. Was very much what was needed though. Absolutely, mate, absolutely. If you're not feeling it, just take some time to yourself, 100%. I've just had a look at Jenkins' Delta there. He is down by a second, so he's not going to be happy with that. I'm sure he'll just be flying back to the pits. We'll jump on board with...
Well, I'll go stay away on sector 2 and see if we can recover some of that.
We've got Rapid and Harvey currently on their outlaps. Harvey leads the way. Rapid in the Racing Bull. I wonder if he'll use this to get a little slip from him on the start-finish straight. I'm going to stick with Rapid for the time being and see what he does. Now, Rapid is a pacey driver, he is quite quick. I'm wondering if he's going to drop back a little bit here and not take advantage of it. Oh no, Harvey's went off, he knows better. Those two will be in a lobby together. Good friends, the two of them. As here we go, Rapid onto his hot lap. I've got two children skulking at the back of me there. Nice and controlled through turn 1. Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a 2-year-old here questioning me. What is it, Paul? Nope, he's just making faces. He's trying to work the phone. Where are we now, ladies and gents? Oh, the fast right-hander. Will he drop a gear? He does indeed. Keeps the revs high, down into 4th. Again, the curbs here at Japan are like sheets of ice. I've yet to find one with any form of grip. As I say, that Rapid puts the car into a spin. That will be him abandoning that lap. We'll jump on board with Harvey, who was right behind him.
Harvey,
he hasn't invalidated. He's still on a charge. Into the double left. Nice and easy, keeps it off the curbs. A little bit of curb there on the exit. Whale picks up a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Sheepers. Jeez, oh, Harvey will have got a little bit of toe off at Rapid there, getting a little bit over speed. Down at the final chicane here. A left-hander, then onto the right for the start-finish. Here we go, what kind of time is he going to put in? He's deployed all the bar he can. Across the line, brings it over a 129.3. Puts him up into fourth. Not bad at all for Harvey here, absolutely.
Teague F1 is up through the first sectors.
Marshall joins the chat. How you doing, mate? Sheepers on an out lap. Let's have a look. We'll give Pulley some airtime. He's starting his hot lap. Unfortunately, we've not seen a lot of this guy over the last couple of races. I don't think I've given him a lot of airtime. I think he's been kind of lost in the mid-pack for what I remember.
Who's that, sorry?
Pulley, 1808, mate.
Alright.
He's heading off at the fast right-hander. Will he drop a gear? He does indeed. A little squirty ERS to get him up the hill. Takes that corner on the third, nice and easy. I do the exact same, Pulley. You're a man, you're a myth, you're a legend. All legends take it in third.
Teague went a bit quicker, but he still didn't improve his time. On board with Black Box, coming through the last corner. Not sure if he's just done another push lap or what he's up to third.
Hopefully I'll get to see the deltas. The Pulley here, see if he's up or down. He's up by 1/10.
Wales up coming into the last sector.
Rapid goes across the line at 128.7. Oh, Jones F1 breaks it down to 128.4s. Pulley cranks it across the line. Can he jump? He doesn't. He remains 8th place. Let's go down here with some of the guys that haven't put in a lap time yet. Pipple Ricky, 95, hasn't put in a time. He's got literally no body left.
Went faster, but still didn't improve his time. Savatsa, 128.0.
128 flat, good time for Savatsa there. Ricky brings it in 10th. Jake the Slayer, he's done. Wiz, final corner. Hugs the line. Only 13th.
Stevie's up 1.1 on his time. Was 5th. Nice lap.
Oh, superb for the man himself. Teague enters the pits. That'll be it. That is as it stands. There you go. That is going to be your starting lineup for this. Where did he get that rice cake? For this sprint race. Sorry guys, I'm Scottish and I'm
right. I'll be back in 30 seconds, Rap.
I know worries, brother. I'm like 18 stone, guys. If I see or smell any food while I'm on a stream, you've got no chance. You'll just hear me chewing away. I ran out of time to do a lap on the softs black box in the chat. It does say that a 129.2 from black box here. Not too bad at all. Very, very good drive. Very good qualifier for our boy Stephen Jenkins there. Massive well done to him. This is his first race back in a few weeks, so you'll be hoping to put on a little bit of a show. But as it stands, ladies and gentlemen, going into qualifying, Srivatsa takes it on pole. Jones to F1 in second, Rapid in third, Whale in fourth.
Hello from downstairs.
Blackbox in sixth, Save Jason in seventh, Harvey Boy in eighth, Sheepers in ninth, Teague F1 10th, Ricky in 11th, Pulley in 12th, Wiz in 13th, only managing 13th with a 130.6 after his performance last week, mate. That is abysmal. And Solanke brings it in the rear with a 132.4 in 14th. Jake Slayer and Astro John not putting in a time there. I believe we do have a 2-minute wait between the quali and the race. So if you need to go for a little winkle or go and get yourself a chocolate rice cake, you do have the time. No, didn't get me a chocolate rice cake. I'm fine. I'm fine. Because see, when you go to bed, son, I'm having a McDonald's. Ha 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 ha! Oh, you son of a gun. My little boy, to anybody listening, I absolutely detest people sticking their thumb up at me. It just winds me up. I hate it. It's cringy. And my partner's taught my wee boy that anytime I speak to him, I look at him and he just whips his big thumb out and just gives me this big smile with his thumb. Get in the bin. And with that said, I am going to nip it away for 2 ticks. I'm going to go for... Yep, so I've got time. I'm going to nip away for a little whittle, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a lobby restart, unfortunately. So I will be back with you in 2 ticks. And we are back. So, thought I better, if there's a lobby invite. Oh, welcome, bud. We're having a lobby restart. I just saw the message there, so I jump out. I'm at the main screen, and then I went for a little tinkle.
I'm at the main screen. I just seen it. It's coming up there.
So we can only apologise for this, guys. We are in the waiting just like yourselves. So tell us about your day. Did you have a good time? It is Monday for all you suckers out there that work the weekday week.
Been a nice day though.
It's been an absolute cracker of a day, mate. I am nervous for Wednesday though.
What's the deal Wednesday like?
I have a job interview for a team leader's role at my work.
Oh right, you got the interview, did you?
I've got an interview and I am nervous as anything.
I don't think you've been nervous. You work there. You're a pretty confident guy in that. So I mean.
Oh, I come across a wee happy chat. Just come back, like I'm actually lying. Like I'm not nervous at all. Like I'm just saying that to try and be humble. I didn't think I'm going to get it, but it's one of the jobs that was kind of like it just got offered to everybody, and it was like, well, you didn't really have to apply. You just had to say you were interested,
I mean,
and then they're going to interview us.
We have spoken about that, and if it is down to you, like the guy that you say, I mean, I think you've got the better attitude. I think that people respond better to that than the other person wants, sort of thing.
We'll see what it brings. But aye, I'm actually thinking, because I think Wednesday is meant to be an absolute beautiful day here in sunny Fife.
Well, see, I thought this day was supposed to be the best one, and it was just
didn't you say that?
Almost the same, just a couple of degrees difference. So.
That's right. So I'm having a look at the weather right now. Not in Japan, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking at it for Fife. Today was as high as 17. Wednesday and Thursday, clear as anything, and it is supposed to be highs of 13. That's perfectly fine for me for bike weather. So I'm actually thinking about taking the bike for my interview.
Why not?
Aye. I'll say you need to get to me, because real men ride bikes.
I was hoping to get that bike started today, and I was on the way to the starting, and I had just having a look around it, and I seen that crack. And I was like, alright, that'll be why it's not starting.
Jenkins in the chat, lads. What's happening, mate? Well done on that qualifier. Oh, I'm inviting Jenkins. He's already here. I'm trying to look for the mighty arm.
Aye, I'm going to do it.
There we go. I've sent you an invite, mate.
I've got it.
Absolute beauty of a qualifier, mate. If I'm being totally honest with it being your return quality, I didn't expect you to get where you got.
Aye,
I thought you'd maybe be. I thought you were going to maybe struggle a wee bit there with the pain. You know, I would assume maybe a couple of niggles are still in there, and that they would have slowed you down a little bit. But you've still got a wee bit go if you want to stick with Srivatsa. That boy's putting in some cracking times.
Aye.
I'm sure some of the WTFL guys right now will be in my chat saying he's brown nosing that guy like nothing else because what happened, and I'll be like, no, 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 no.
I say I look forward to Stevie's return. I figured they'd do quite good in this league.
Oh, Steve, definitely, definitely. What I'm starting to really enjoy here, mate, right? Especially with Apex. And to be fair, WTFL and WAOF1, we are seeing a lot of similar names popping in between each league. And you know what? I didn't actually mind it.
See,
I don't actually mind it.
See, it is, and they've all got a lot of respect for the guys on track. They're really clean racers, really hard, fair, clean racers. And
Aye.
that's what we're starting to see in these leagues is the actual the racing etiquette is really high.
It's really, like you say, the etiquette, the racing standards,
Very rarely
the battles.
see a safety car. Very rarely. I think I've seen one.
Exactly. These guys are. They're not just going for a wee Sunday drive. I mean, they're competitive guys.
Aye.
Whale, Wiz, just to name a few of the guys that you tend to see the top end here. Obviously, Black Box.
I mean, Hungary at
Sravasa.
the end, they were all going flat out for pretty much that whole race actually, and to keep your concentration for that length of time, lap after lap, that's just something else.
Oh, definitely. A wee comments just came in there for you, Stu. Stu is sharpened up on the old comms. Jenkins is loving it. So there you go, mate.
There you go, mate. You picked my spirits up by returning to racing. That's what it was, mate. And we had to begin you a shout out like you can.
For anybody that needs a translation, when the Mighty Atom says you can, it means do you know? Whale says Atom, spectator, mate.
Alright.
Wales in the chat saying, Atom, spectator please. I'm like, oh sugar, so he is. Pulley's obviously deciding he's going to take a tricycle round or he's going to run it. Oh no, there we go, he's in a car. Yeah, there we go. So I believe the confusion for the qualifier was that I think Jake couldn't get control of his car.
Alright, okay.
So we had to do a lobby reset.
That's quite a short sprint, 9 laps,
Japan's a big track, is it no? Would you know say that's quite a long track, Japan?
I mean, it's not as long as Spa, I think, but I suppose I know.
Oh no. You wouldn't. Nah.
Notorious for some heavy rain, though.
Well, do you ken something on? Well, I need to watch what I'm saying in case anybody in the chat is for my work. But do you know what? To hell with it. I watched Rush Again on Saturday.
Right.
That's actually a pretty decent film. I like it. And I need to ask people in the chat what engines they were running in that era. Nicky Lauda, what engines were they running? Because the sound off them, I don't know if they're heavily edited for the movie. The sound off the engines is
I mean, I'd like to think it would be V10s. Oh yeah.
Jenkins says it was V12s.
V12s.
Yep, Vinyl Solanke says it as well. V12, V12s of the Nicky Lauda era. Is that the same era when he was battling with James Hunt?
That would be.
And would the McLaren of James Hunt be running a V12 as well?
I'd imagine all the cars back then probably would be running off. Unless I had privateer teams that were at the back fucking running weird engines or that. They
Mate, Jenkins is at it. I need to Google this. Yeah, I need to Google this. He is at it. How's it? You should hear a W16 now. That's a noise. Mate, I didn't even... What? They've never run a W16 in an F1 car, surely.
Rowan Atkinson got one made for him for his car when he did that during English, yeah.
Really?
Specifically, hanging 2 engines together just for him, for that car, eh? And they made 6 of the cars altogether, eh? And they let him keep one.
Bloody hell! Let's have a wee look here.
I think that's the only W16 production car there wasn't. Well, it wasn't really production, eh? So.
Oh lads, I think you're lying to me, because I've just had a wee Google there. It says James Hunt's McLaren Formula 1 cars, both the M23 and the M26, were powered by a Ford Cosworth DFV V8, not a V12. It was a 3-litre V8 and it produced 490 horsepower. Christ, I've got push bikes that are faster than that now.
There's talk of the V10s coming back, but I didn't see it coming back for 2026 like you're thinking, because I'd imagine all the cars are set up for the hybrid sort of 50-50 electric and fuel sort of thing. Wouldn't think there'd be enough time for them to change it. But I'd like to hear the noises of V10 going again, look.
Mate, I've only heard them on clips and things like that, so I'll admit, you must have had to wear earphones in that era.
I mean,
you would have had to wear them. You'd be absolutely.
You still see them, a lot of them with headphones nowadays, though. But I mean, see like Michael Schumacher's Ferrari, the scream that came off that thing at full chat, like unbelievable.
So what we're saying there, Solanke says, no, it was a V8 with a McLaren. Ah, well, I've learnt something new then. I'll see you in a bit, lads. Good luck, Jenkins, mate. Good luck. So we've all learnt a wee something. So the F1 in Nicolauda did run a V12. That thing looks absolutely insane. But the McLaren ran a V8. Wow, there you go. Obviously, I'm relatively new to the old F1, as a lot of you guys all know. So looking back at the older eras, I know what engines you have ran in the past. But I didn't know what eras those engines were, so I knew you'd ran V10, V12, V8, V6, but I didn't know when those eras were.
But you maybe new to the F1, mate, but you're starting to I mean, you're watching movies and that, so you're going to pick up a lot of knowledge for what you're doing, so.
Oh, I'm enjoying it. What was the other one that I watched? No, it wasn't the F1. It was Le Mans. It was the Ford versus Ferrari movie. That was quite good. But I've never watched, and it was on the list of things to do over the weekend, the Senna movie.
I've started watching that as well.
I don't know if it's a movie based on his life or if it's a documentary style, things like that. I'm not sure.
You see actors that look really like him, so I'm assuming it must be Betty Beth. Like a docudrama or something, I reckon. I've not watched this, so I'm not sure myself.
Housey says, "Leave now, please." Sorry, man. I didn't mean to insult anybody. So just a shout out to any of the drivers that are listening. Please remember your setups. This is a brand new lobby. You will need to put your setup on when you're on the grid. So you've been told in the Discord. You've now been told by the comms. Oh, Housey, that's right. Bearing in mind it's my daughter's name. By the way, Adam,
yes,
get that, Housey, right? Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, Housey. It was Senna, and his other daughter's called Imola. How nice is that for a bairn's name?
That's just minted.
And by the way, when I say bairn, guys, I don't mean as in a wheel bairn. I mean as in like a bairn in Scotland is a child.
But no, Imola, that's different.
Imola's, honestly, man, see when he said it in the chat, he was like, yeah, she's pitting, like, Senna's gone to bed and Imola's up there, and I was like, Imola? What a name! I would never have thought of that.
See, the more I think about it, though, the more I think that's good. Like that.
It's actually a really nice name, eh? How you managed to convince the wife, mate, to call your child after an F1 track. Credits to you. Now go watch the Senna movie. Mate, I'll promise you, I swear to you, by the end of this week, I'll have that watched. I will have the Senna movie watched. It's a documentary, right? I promise you, mate, by the end of this week, I'll have it watched. I'll have it watched. If anything, it will just sharpen up my knowledge about the man. I mean, I've been told he was good. Some people have told me he was alright at best. I've seen clips of him. Oh, here we are.
Oh, we're in the start.
You do indeed. We've got 5 red lights. And we are away for this sprint race here in Japan. Let me get all the gubbins back on the screen. We've got contact as Ricky does take a spin. Let me get to him. He's got wing damage. It's done. He is out. Travassa holds on to this lead here. The mighty Alpine, they are currently last in the standings as he heads away up the hill on the S's. Everybody seems to have gotten through relatively clean here. Bear in mind that Mr. Ricky did take a turn. Jake the Slayer, let me just jump on board, looks to me like on my screen he's not in his car. His car is ghosted.
Jones just went off, he's lost loads of positions and he's spun on the gravel.
He has indeed. He re-enters. The Ferrari goes off track as well. It looks like the Ferrari had Teague F1. Was it Teague? No, it must have been Sheepers. As the Red Bull crashes into the side of the McLaren there. Jeez, Jones and Solanke coming together there into the hairpin. Absolute chaos. I take it back, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone seems to have got through clean. I lied from the start. You should never trust a Scotsman. Wow, Astra John in the Williams having a little bit of a hard time here as we head off into the chicane down to the start finish straight. Srivatsa takes it nice and easy. Rapid F1 hot on the heels.
Was a bit lost it there, like coming into the second last corner.
And Whale in third, holding on to his teammate, just peering for a distance, looking to see what his teammate is going to do here. I must say, Rapid and Whale, that is one powerhouse of a team. Two phenomenal drivers, Rapid and Whale, very, very pacey drivers. Very, very patient as well. I must say, it's not like these two to make silly mistakes. As Jake the Slayer has left the session, I'm going to jump into the invites, guys. Sorry, I'll see if I can get this gentleman back in. Come on, Jake, where are you, you son of a gun? Have I got you?
Harvey's doing
Jake.
a massive job defending against Wiz. Two cars have just went off. Jenkins is one of them.
Jenkins finding himself down in P12. Let me just get some details up for you guys. Right, as it stands, everyone started on the medium tyres. Wiz opting for the softs. Feels the softs can do 9 laps here on a sprint race.
Yeah, Harvey's done a great job defending.
Harvey and the Aston Martin. Oh, as Wiz gets a little taste of the curbs there. Holds it together. Again, the curbs here are like ice. They will pull you off the track.
Harvey should be able to get benefit of DRS for fatigue in front of him. I'd say Harvey's catching, to be honest.
He's not far off. He will get the DRS here as Wales sets the fastest lap of the sprint of 1:30.9.
Wiz got an amazing exit out the last time.
Let's have a look. So far, our biggest winner as it stands, Wiz up 5 places, and Jones finds himself down 8 places. Started in P2 and is now in 10th. Unbelievable.
Well, Wiz touched the curb again there and lost it.
I must say, this has been manipulated, men. Sorry, we reference to 2021, guys. I'm sure we'll have some disgruntled fans now as Rapid and Whale make the move through on Srivatsa. Srivatsa finds himself down into P3. The Quicksilver of Blackbox hot on the gearbox of the mighty Alpine. As we head off into the chicane, Harvey very, very close in the gearbox there. He saved Jason. Everything seems to have calmed down a little bit here. Jake the Slayer again. He's not in his car. Astra John, he is. Solanke and Ricky find themselves trailing up the rear here. Let's get back to the top. Let's get into this train. Now, what do you think's going to happen here, mate? Do you think Whale will sit back? Do you think he'll try and defend for Srivatsa and Blackbox and let Rapid get away, secure some good points, or do you think he's the kind of driver that'll attack his teammate?
That's a tough one, because obviously I'm assuming they'll not be in the chat with each other. So
no, I think the chat will be for Rapid. It'll be just himself and Harvey boy.
But I mean, if Wales got me a pace, then as a team you'd want them through, and if you can't get a wall, then I'd want them to swap the positions at the end if they can't get away from him, sort of thing. But nah, Rapid should just I didn't care if they speak to each other, if they work as a team.
I'm not sure if they speak to their cellmate, but I don't think they're silly drivers. I think after a few laps, if Rapid sees that Whale isn't attacking, I think he's going to know that he's getting the opportunity here to maybe try and scamper away a little bit. But it's all whether Rapid's got the pace to try and pull himself ahead of these guys. Again, it's a big train there for the first, was it 5 cars? It's not too bad. I take that back, 4 cars, as Jason's 1.8 off the back of Blackbox here. And again, another small train right behind Jason. We've got Teague, we've got Harvey, we've got Wiz. Wiz on those soft tyres. Will they go the 9 laps? We don't know. I think by lap 7 those things are going to be screaming. They're going to be begging to get off the car. But one thing we know about Wiz, he's got some pace.
I probably not doing too well the new. We're 4 laps in, as you say, it's a long track, yeah.
It is indeed. It is indeed.
But Harvey's doing a stellar job defending. You might not have DRS this time though. Oh,
he's just got it, mate. He's just got it. I've just got somebody in the chat there. First time chat, not exposed. Welcome, mate. Glad to have you here. Can you join? I'm afraid not, my friend. This is a league race. Welcome to Apex F1. If you're interested, drop me a follow. Drop me a message. My PSN is _Rabbi. Send me an invite and I can speak to the guys, and who knows, we can get you in for maybe a time trial and see about getting you on the grid. As you can see, 16 drivers on track. There would have been space for reserves here, mate, so please, if you're interested, drop a follow. And by follow I mean add me on PSN, don't follow me on here. Because I won't see it.
Was Bun going for it on the Mercedes? On the van, the safety racing, I think he's got it done.
He is indeed.
Then they got a good exit.
He slipped a little bit of drifting, lost the traction there. Again, he looked like his front wheel was on the curb.
Yeah.
We are on board with Harvey, watching this train at the front here. Harvey, play it sensible, build a little bit of battery. We've still got 4 laps to go. We'll jump back up with the top guys. A small gap starting to come here from Rapid and Whale, almost up to a second. They will get the DRS down the start finish. Srivatsa burning off some battery, trying to keep himself. He looks up the inside. Whale moves to the inside. Whoa, brilliant defending here from the Racing Bulls.
Westburn just past Jason, DRS past in the start finish. Now he's right on the gearbox at Teague F1. He is flying.
Thing is, Teague's got a 3.2 second gap there up to Black Box. Even if Wiz gets through, do you think he's going to be able to close that gap in time? I don't think so.
No, in that time. No. His tyres
no, in that time.
His tyres are not going to be in good condition.
But again, top 5,
damage limitation.
Not a bad result. Exactly.
As much points as possible. We need top 8 for points in the sprint, so damage limitation, he'll not be too unhappy. I think he got held up for a good bit behind Harvey, but again, Harvey is just fantastic defending.
I like racing with Harvey. He's a good boy, our Harvey.
I think if he'd have cleared Harvey maybe 2 laps, 3 laps earlier, he might have been able to get a run at the front, but yeah, it's just too much now. Too much.
Jones looking up the inside of Harvey there. The Mercedes looking up the inside of the Aston Martin. Thinks against it. Decides to drop back. A small gap now opening up between Harvey and Jason. Half a second here. We're going to jump back up to the top pack.
I think he still will get the benefit of DRS doing the start finish to defend.
Whale moves to the inside, blocks off Srivatsa's attack. Phenomenal driving for these 2 Racing Bulls here. Really good teamwork. I'm absolutely loving this, guys. I'd love to see more and more people driving like this.
I'll tell you what, I love the rear wing shot on the Mercedes. Look.
On the Mercedes, let's go and have a look. Come on.
I'm no biased. I'm no biased.
The nice big Petronas logo.
It just looks nice. You see the glitter in that on it. Just
aye. And you know what, mate? It's the colours. I absolutely love the. What colour would you call that? It's like a teal, like a turquoise.
It's Petronas blue.
Mate, it is a stunning colour. I absolutely love it.
But yeah, it must be their own colour, Petronas. But I'm not sure exactly what Petronas do, but that's Petronas blue.
Petronas are an oil company, bud.
Is that oil?
Oil indeed, aye. Whale doing a stellar job here, holding off Srivatsa. Srivatsa, very, very pacey driver. 2 laps to go after this. Will he try and push, make a move, get a little bit close to Whale? Even if he tries to take P2, there's still a couple of extra points here in this sprint race.
I've just on board with Stevie Jenkins. He's scratching this Schneeps 90 in the Ferrari. But again, only 2 laps to go. Might not be enough.
1.4 seconds off the back of the Ferrari there for our boy Stevie.
Quite
I
surprised
think he's
Roscoe
just got
John back in
tangled up.
13th as well, but did he have a quality ban?
I think so, and Ricky and Solanke came together with one of the Mercedes drivers, I believe. The only Mercedes driver on the track is Jones F1, or was it I think it was Jones F1. Not sure if he's pitted. We'll just have a look at the tyres of the driver. Yep, 4 lap old, so he has pitted.
Jake the Slayer passing Astro John, DRS passed in the start finish straight.
So Jake is back. Welcome, Jake.
We've got a fair gap to Jenkins now though, so
1.5 seconds.
Oh, Stevens spun.
Ah, no way, mate.
Yeah.
Ah. Do you know what? I just hope he doesn't let it get to him. We know what he's like. Wiz does make the move on the Ferrari, he is through on Teague. He's now got a 4.1 second gap to get on the back of the black box. 1 lap to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Is Stevie back on the no traction control, or has he got traction control on?
He's on TC, I believe, but he is on TC. But let's not take anything away from the guy. So I know a lot of drivers out there that will drive no TC and no ABS, but they'll still keep the line, or they'll have corner lines. Stevie doesn't run a racing line, so for what what people think, you know, he makes up for it with TC and ABS. He doesn't race a line. He races his own line. He practices and practices to make sure that the best he can do is from what he's done on the track. It's not what the game's telling him. It's not where the game's telling him to go.
I think Savat's trying to get himself as close as he can to Whale here, like, but Rapid's got a nice wee buffer now. I think it's his race to lose. And it's well controlled 1-2 for the racing bulls at the front, to be honest.
It is indeed. They've held off the Alpine black box, having a little look here. He's got a little bit of battery.
He's close now, like.
Srivatsa, I'm seeing a blinking red light on his screen. Perhaps he's burnt off a little bit too much fuel, trying to burn through all the ERS to keep on the back of these racing bulls here. Rapid looking very, very comfortable at the lead of this race. Look at the gap, he's now pulling 8 tenths, almost 9 tenths on his teammate. I think it's going to be done here. The two racing bulls are going to have it.
A yellow flags in there, but yeah, that was
round the last corner comes Rapid. He burns off the last of the battery across the line. He brings it home in first place there. Racing Bulls 1-2. What a brilliant result for them. Srivatsa brings it home in third. Really unlucky. Did have the lead of the race there for a little while, but I think the pace and the consistency of these two drivers was just too much. The defending from Whale, not attacking his teammate, absolutely phenomenal to watch. Really, really good. Black Box brings it home in fourth. Wiz in fifth. A really, really good result here in the sprint for Wiz. That was actually not too bad considering where he started.
Aye. And big points for the Racing Bulls, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Not too bad for the Alpine as well, so
I think it's looking good for the race, for the main race. For well, depending on where have we got a short quali for the.
We do have another qualifier, I believe. Aye. Cool. So Teague brings him in sixth. Harvey brings it home in seventh. He was defending like an absolute animal there. Really, really good driving. Saves Jason. 8th place, Jones in 9th, Pooley in 10th, Sheepers in 11th, Jenkins unfortunately bringing it home in P12, Astrodrone in 13th, Jake the Slayer did have some connection issues, brings it home in P13, and I will get your last two drivers because it's just went off. I believe it was Ricky and as Wiz gets driver of the day for the sprint. I'm getting told to check my inbox. Oh, I'll check that in a minute, mate. Just give me 2 seconds. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Housey. Thank you. So Ricky brings it home in 15th and Solanke and in 16th. Again, Solanke did have a pit stop. He got tangled up with a Jones F1 in the Mercedes. And unfortunately, he paid some consequences. Again, that's just the sprint.
What did you think, though?
Mate, blown away by the...
Early thoughts?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Right, if Rapid could get to the front again, he could just control it for the front.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Again, I'd never bet against Rapid, Wales, Travasa, Black Box, Wiz. I wouldn't bet against any of those guys to be taking the podium. But you don't know what's going to happen. Look what happened there. Right off the line where a McLaren that was side on and bits of wing flying everywhere. Anything could happen.
Yeah, we could get some rain.
So I'm
you
just...
think I want rain, eh?
Well, you would think so. You would think so. I'll grab some sprint results and then a new lobby up. So we will be starting a new lobby again, guys. I'm not sure why, but we will be starting a new lobby. Howsy in the chat during the race there. Sorry I missed all this, pal. It's a documentary. It's crazy. I watched the fatal race live.
Yes,
Mate, I think how that would feel like. I watched a racer that I quite liked when I was younger, Marco Simoncelli. He was like a protege of Valentino Rossi. And he took a corner, a right-hand bend, took it too tight, lost control of the bike. He was pretty much like lying off the side of it. And then actually Valentino Rossi hit him. He ran him over. So one of the guys that he was training, he was, I'm not going to say he was part of it, but yeah, he ran him there. That was the first incident or disaster that I'd seen in racing live, and it didn't feel good. I can only imagine if it was one of my heroes how I'd feel. So
I did watch F1 for 2 years again after it.
Oh, Jesus.
And see when Jules Bianchi fucking the crash. I felt exactly the same. So it wasn't even, I mean, I loved Senna, but it was just the fact it was one of the guys on that track. Didn't matter which one of them it was, I almost felt like I stopped watching it again after that. It was just so fucking stupid. Why the fuck with the Stilky cars going at that pace? When they're fucking one of the trucks on the circuit, which is daft. And we've seen recently that things haven't changed because they've still got fucking recovery trucks out on the circuit where all the cars are coming round. But the safety park car pace in an F1 car is still pretty fast. And when it's pushing in the rain,
especially when you've got people like Lance Stroll on the track, anything could happen. Like that guy is. I try not to talk about him too much because he gets my blood going, and it's just his face, man. Like, see if you went to, like, let's say we were lucky enough, right? And Aston Martin did this. Win tickets to F1, you'll be invited. Genuinely, I think I'd sell them. Because I think if I got in a paddock with Lance Stroll, I don't think you would ever get tired of punching his wee smug face. Like, I'd be throwing water bottles and everything.
I think even he kens he's no good enough. But if he's not his team, so.
How's he saying go and watch that video? Right, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to turn the volume up here, guys, so if you do hear it, I will apologise. It is a clip of, let me just double check what it was that Housey said. It is a clip of a BRM W16. Right, okay.
So what, I'll leave this session, mate. I have a...
Oh, that's naughty, yeah.
Yeah, that Rowan Atkinson apparently asked for to get I think it was an Aston Martin or a Bentley he got him put in. Might have been Aston Martin there, but...
Oh, the wee blip up the hill! I'm not joking, lads, that's doing funny things to me. That's giving me a wee tickle. I like that. Oh, that is naughty. Where were you for that, mate? Because I'm coming. Next time you're there, I'm coming with you. No, that's a nice sound. I don't know if it tops a V12 though. I did like the V12 Rasp 1950, 1955. They ran that. Jeez, oh, we've definitely lost touch with what mechanical appreciation is. Right, guys, I did get an invite for Rapid there, but it's when I'm loading it in, I'm not getting it. So could somebody please send me an invite?
Yeah, I've not got one yet.
As soon as I'm in, mate, I will give you one, or if you get in, just give us a shout. I don't have an invite from Rapid. I'll refresh it here. Nah. So I will need an invite, ladies and gentlemen. I keep calling everybody ladies and gentlemen. I can let everybody in there's a boy. Why am I doing that?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Well, actually, no. On my stream, there's David and Amy are watching for Ireland, so there's a lady watching.
For Ireland?
Yeah,
welcome, David and Amy.
That's the oldest stepboy. He's across there in Ireland with
Oh, nice one,
lady
nice one.
friend.
I thought you were going to tell me they were Irish there, because
No,
funnily
no.
enough, the weirdest thing happened to me today. I went out on the bike, like I told you earlier, and I thought, yeah, come on, I'm going to go for a wee run along to Anstruther, and we'll do the outskirts. We'll do the outskirts of Fife. And when I was sitting in Anstruther, an older boy, came up to me, and he said, "Oh Jesus, I thought you were Michael Dunlop there." And I laughed, right? I laughed and I went, aye, aye, ha, ha, ha. And he went, "No, I'm serious." He says, your side profile reminded me of Michael Dunlop. And I looked at him and I was like, no, mate, he's a lot skinnier than I am now. Plus, I'm a wee bit faster, eh? Anybody that doesn't know who Michael Dunlop is needs to know. Michael Dunlop he's got the overall most amount of wins at the Isle of Man TT.
He's considerably faster than you.
A wee bit. But I tell you what, though, you get me and him in a room with a game of Connect 4 and I'd smash him. Like,
But that's probably going to be true with 95% of the people on the planet. He's going to be considerably faster than them.
Oh, aye. Mate, honestly, I wish that last year, just the last year, I went at the Isle of Man myself.
I wouldn't even hear the boss to go that fast through the track.
Mate, it's like 39 miles they're doing, and it's on an average speed round there now. I think the fastest like a 136 point something average over the island. It is ridiculous.
I like watching it, but I hate watching crashes.
Well, last year,
part of you wants to watch it, but there's part of you doesn't want to watch it, sort of thing.
No, you never want. You can at places like the Isle of Man, a simple crash is. Yeah, you're not just getting up and walking away for that one. But
I watched
touch
Guy
wood.
Martin's once because I couldn't survive, and he's fucking alright after it, sort of thing.
If you want to watch a good Isle of Man crash, that's not a good one, but it's a pretty. But look, Google Connor Cummins. He's a local Manxman. Watch his crash at the TT a few years ago. It's like he's alive.
The cliff.
He flies off the side of the. It's like a verge, up in the mountain section. He basically ragdolls it. It's honestly, it's scary as anything.
I think the northwest one, I've seen some fucking, no looking good looking crashes there where folk have got flung off the side. Eh?
Oh mate, northwest is I wouldn't say it's on par with the TT. I think everybody associates the TT with disaster as well.
It looks as scary.
Definitely it's scary. Oh, they've got 200 mile an hour straights there that they just keep it on the stop, and it's just screaming. But touch wood, the year I went there last year, thought, you know what, left the wife and kids here, went over myself because I knew Michael Dunlop was going to become the new king of the mountain. He was going to beat his Uncle Joey's records, and I couldn't miss it. So I booked myself a ticket, went across. He went and smashed it. And then I think he went and won like another 4 races. So he is now officially King of Mountain, and I was there to see it. I was well chuffed. I even marshalled for one of the races, which I'd never thought I'd get today, so really chuffed with that. And also another good point for last year was, I think it was the first TT in years where there was no one passed, shall we say. So really, really good result last year. And if anybody's listening in, and you're no interested in bikes and all that, bikes are a huge part of my life, but what I will say is, as much as the Isle of Man TT is all about bike racing, see if you've got an extra couple of £100. Book yourself a ticket as a walk on the ferry. Go there, and I'm no joking. It'll be as long as you get the weather, it'll be one of the best holidays you've ever had. The people there are the nicest people you'll ever meet, and I'm not just talking the people for the Isle of Man. I'm talking people for like the people that come to that event are phenomenal, absolutely brilliant, and you can make that holiday as cheap or as expensive as you like. I've went over, and me and my partner went over, the two of us, and I think the whole holiday wasn't even £600, £700, and that was camping, tickets, and food. Like, it was brilliant for a week. It was great. So we'll get back to this. I've went on about bikes a wee bit too long there.
Nah, you're alright, mate. That wheel.
Indeed. Yes, Jenkins again in the pits on the set of mediums. We'll stick with Whale right now. Here's the first one out here. I wonder. No, this is, if Rapid's listening in, don't take offence to this. What do you think would have happened there had Rapid been behind Whale?
I think Rapid would have attacked them and took first place.
Oh, Rapid in the chat, did you enjoy that sprint race? Mate, you and Whale, superb. Whale, what a teammate you've got. I said it at the start of the sprint. Rapid and Whale in the Racing Bull, that is a powerhouse team, like, that is a power couple right there. If you two had a baby, mate, who's Messi, who's Ronaldo? You guys would be on fire.
If you two had a baby, it'd be Max Verstappen.
Aye, basically aye. Peak Max Verstappen.
See, I'm looking forward to the Jenkins Harvey team tiering. I think that's quite a strong pairing as well. And Harvey's already had himself a podium, so.
Rapids in the chat, mate. I literally said during lap 7 I wouldn't mind if my teammate won. And that's good, mate. I've never seen personally that, because I know that you and Whale aren't in a chat together, but to work that well on the track when you can't communicate with the driver goes to show the calibre of the kind of drivers that we've got, that know everybody's thinking about themselves. It's a team game as well. That was and I could see Whale on the start finish with the DRS moving over, blocking Srivatsa if he tried to make a lunge into turn 1. Really, really good driving. I get excited for this, man. I'm all about like teammates and brotherhood and stuff like that, man. Honestly, the things I want to say I can't say live on a stream, I'd get banned.
Didn't see it enough, like, you didn't see your qualifying teammates giving each other a toe or any of that very, very often.
Well, I think mainly that becomes down to Adam is, like we just said, Rapid and Whale aren't in a lobby together. So let's say Whale had a terrible qualifier. If it was me and you, for example, when let's say I was sitting in 5th and you were in 12th, you would say to each other, right, get out on track now and I'll give you a tow along the streets.
Aye.
Like, you would do that, but I think qualifying here for a lot of these drivers is they just go and smash it, see where their teammate ends up. And I mean, even then, like, how many times have you and I been in other league races where your teammate just attacks you and then buggers off, like, aye, or takes you, aye.
We'll just put a 121.6 in.
So who will be next across the line? It
Save
will
John.
be Save Jason.
Well,
Jason comes in, 129.2. 2 kick Silvers next across the line. Black Box 128.9 and Pulley 129.6 as it stands.
Srivatsa with 28.5.
Srivatsa 28.5, taking a 10th out there. Jones 28.5 as well, not but far off the back of Srivatsa. Really, really good lap time there for the Mercedes driver. Lonely Mercedes driver tonight, shall we say.
Jason won the grass out.
Solanke 130.9. The times are starting to come in thick and fast. There is a Ferrari coming across the line of Sheepers. Sheepers sets a time of 129.2. Let's have a look who will be the next across. It will be the Williams of Astra. John, it says he's on a hot lap, but not using a lot of battery. I wonder if he's lost a little bit of time on this lap here, and he's going to go around again. So the next car across the line will be another Ferrari of Teague F1. We'll jump on board with him. Nice and easy through the chicane. Hugs the line, gets the wing open. Across the line he goes. 129.4. Who else have we got? Harvey across the line, 129.5. 8th place is the best he can do here right now.
Jones, F1 about to.
We'll jump on board with Jenkins.
He's into the pits.
Down into second for the chicane. Hard on the throttle, love it, wheel spin. Deploys the battery, gets across the DRS marker, brings it in 5th place, 129.1. And I'm telling you now, if he had taken that chicane in 3rd gear, get less of the traction control, banging in and cutting the power, I think he possibly could have made up those almost 2/10. I think he would have been a 129 flat, maybe just even into the 128s. But a very good lap there for Jenkins.
That's a good banker.
It definitely is. Definitely is something to work on. We'll jump on board with Rapid. He is on a lap. Our sprint winner.
He improves, he goes up one place.
129.8.
Almost 3 seconds faster than his previous lap though, so I mean.
And when you look at the board, mate, the times aren't, you know, it's no seconds everywhere, it's all tenths.
That's tight,
There
very
we go,
tight.
Rapid.
Oh.
First lap coming in behind his teammate, 128.8. So Srivatsa, as it stands, is throwing down the gauntlet. Ricky on a lap, the McLaren driver. Didn't have the best result in the sprint. Let's see what he can do here in the feature qualifier. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it is a short qualifying session. Just the one. And then we'll head off into your feature race. Let's keep an eye on those deltas. Let's see if he's up or down. So we are in sector 2.
The rear wing on the McLaren's quite nice looking as well, to be honest.
It's a nice... isn't it? Please don't be disturbed by Atom's rear wing obsession. He used to tell me... I used to walk past him in my white overalls and he used to tell me I had a nice rear wing, so I'll take for that what I get. But
I just love the view looking back there.
As we see there, Ricky takes that chicane in third gear. No wheel spin whatsoever. Brings it home in P11, 129.6. Jake the Slayer in the Haas. Wiz still in the pits.
Yeah, I'm
hoping we're not going to see one.
I don't think Jake's on a fast lap. I think he's on a slow lap.
No, he is. I think he's maybe had a little bit of a wiggle or something and he's lost a bit of time. So what I'm going to do just now, he is on an outlap. In fact, you know what, I'm not. I take that back. I'm going to jump on board with Whale.
If Whale and Jones are in outlaps along with Srivatsa. And with Byrne. Which prize he's still doing 16, so he's still to bang a lap in.
He is indeed. But he is out the pits now.
Taking it nice and gentle on his outlap. I'll get back to him.
We'll just give Whale a little bit of airtime, see if he can make up any time on Srivatsa. 128.5 is the time to beat. Let's have a little look here. Scour.
On board with save Jason. Nice, a wee bit down coming into sector 3.
Save Jason.
That was kind of gap you could definitely get. And
he's
high.
pulled out of it. He's thought better of it. Is that the car of Jake the Slayer? It isn't. It is Wiz again on an outlap, warming up the tyres.
Wales a 10th up, coming through sector 2.
1/10 would knock him up into P2. Depending on, well, could get pole as well, depending where he is. He's up 3/10 now, nearly 4.
Just needs to nail this.
Gets across nicely, a good corner cut there. Clean.
I thought it was going to be. Oh,
there we go.
Nice.
128.3, absolutely cooking.
I mean, he attacked that. He attacked that last chicane really well. Like. I thought he'd stole too much on the first Carbe, but obviously no, he's obviously got it perfect.
No, it did look like Srivatsa was on an attack as well.
He's up. He's only up for 16.
He's pulled away from it though, he's away in.
Jones is doing.
Let's see who else is there. Harvey Boy in P11, he's on his hot lap. 129.5.
He's up.
3 tenths. That would move him up into the top 10 here. Nice and easy through there, that's nice. He's used up all his battery as he goes across the line. He does crack the top 10, 7th place. Aston Martin running 6th and 7th. Look at the time, a 183 and a 193. Unbelievable, well done guys, that's superb. As Rapid has crossed the line.
Westburn has went 124.84. That was had a good lap.
Definitely a little bit of work to do. We know he's got pace. 128.3 is the time to beat. There's 5 minutes to go in this qualifier. Rapid appears to be going round again. I'm starting to think he's just like a set of Skeletrics. He just keeps going.
He's got 3 tenths. That'd get him close, look.
I'm going to give Astra John a little bit of airtime. He didn't have the best race, so the best sprint race, so we'll give the Williams a little bit of love. As he approaches corner 16, to the chicane, there's 16, there's 17, onto the final corner 18, let's go. Using all the deployment across the line, cracks the top 10, a 129.1 for the Williams driver.
Rapids up 4 tenths.
Let's jump on board with the man. Again, through the chicane we go. Attacks that corner similar to what Whale did.
Yeah. Could be a full
deployment's all used up. Hugs the line.
Second. Half a second. So we've got the best of racing bulls back up there as you were.
Whatever happens here today, guys, the racing bulls can take a bow. Take a bow. Wiz goes round again. Jenkins in the pits. Astra John on his in lap. Everyone else just hunkering down in the pits. Ricky 95 is on his out lap. He's about to start his hot lap.
Westburn's on a hot lap. Just gone through sector 1.
He's going round again, is it? Here we go. Now, this corner here, will he downshift? He does indeed.
He is down a wee bit, but it's the type of thing you could pick up in a corner, isn't it?
Down into second, turn 11. A little bit of wheel spin out of there. As we are flying through sector 2 with Wiz and the mighty Haas. Gunter Steiner's on the tips of his toes. Don't know why he's not there anymore.
Just really since you said Gunter on Drive to Survive when they asked him how he felt about getting sacked. His response was that he'd be fucking creased like. Absolutely creased.
Was he couldn't give a shit or something.
Aye. He'd be in stitches. Right,
Wiz attacks the chicane. He's in the pits. He's in the pits. So the only driver currently on track on a lap is Ricky. So Ricky, the show is yours, my friend. 3 minutes to go before this qualifier comes to an end.
He's not on a lap, mate. He's fucking still warming his tyres up.
No, I'm saying he's the only one that's close to a lap though.
Alright,
he will be the first one across. So come on then. When was the first Japanese Grand Prix held? What year?
I'm going to be quite honest, mate. I didn't get to do the research I wanted to because I got quite busy just before the race, so I'm not sure, mate.
It's 1 year older than me. Come on.
What, 22?
Ah, way you slaver. 1987.
Oh well, no far off it then.
Not too bad. Who's got the fastest lap round here? You should get this.
I'm going to go with Lewis Hamilton.
You do indeed. You want to take a guess at what the lap time is? I'll put it this way. basically everyone on track, bar Solanke's faster than him.
Alright, aye. We'll go 1:30.15.
It's a 1:30.983. Oh, Solanke's faster than him!
Aye, washed. But I have to admit that we don't have the element of risk that they've got, eh? If we crash, it doesn't hurt.
That's true. I was about to make a comment about how fake this game is if we're beating like real drivers' times by like 2.5 seconds, but
yeah, there is that element to it, eh? I mean, we didn't have the risks, so we could maybe push it.
see if this is a daft question to ask you. See if an F1 team said, right, you can drive our car, but if you crash it, you have to sell your house to pay for it.
What would I say?
What would you say?
No thank you, because I'd probably hit the wall straight in front of me coming to the pit.
129.6 is all Solanke can produce here, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky, sorry. Ricky, I'm not laughing at you, mate. I was just laughing at Adam's comment
right,
there.
is there still
That
faster
will
than
be
Lewis
a
Hamilton?
race.
They're still faster than...
Aye.
Oh! Quickly Ricky just about binned it. But yeah, no mate, I wouldn't, because I've seen F1 drivers not even managing to get out their pit thingy, out their kind of when you're coming to the garage. So I'd probably stick on the wall. See, once I was gone, I think I'd be alright. Once I had the actual tyre temperature and the brakes and the tyres, I think I'd be alright. But I think it'd have to be about 10 laps of a slow build up before I had the boss even
I didn't even think I could do it.
I'd love to go and do an open racer, right? An open wheel thing, like, you know, like just the fucking Formula Reynolds or whatever they've got.
I think you can pay, is it something like £500 and you get to run a, it's not a Formula 1 car, but it's like, you can do an event at Silverstone. Yeah, it's like it's not even Formula 3, it's like Formula 4, but it's got a manual box.
Aye, like Formula Reynolds or something like that.
Aye.
I mean,
Howsy says that, there, that'll be a race fast lap though. Yep, you're right. You wouldn't even pay for the front wing with your house. And you know what, mate? I believe you. I went to the F1 exhibition a couple of months ago in London, and even when you see the wing in person, how big they are.
Well, just spun, he was on a fire there.
Black Box brings it across the line. That is the time he has set, a 128.3, the best he can produce here. Srivatsa takes it across the line, a 128.1. Whale won't be able to fight back, he's off the track.
Yeah, Whale slightly, Rapid slightly in this time.
2 tenths down, loses it a little bit.
Srivatsa.
He's just nursing it home here.
Still
next across the line, Aston Martin of Jenkins. Uses up all the battery. Best he can do is P10. Jason opts to go in the pits. Ricky is done. And the Hasse whiz brings it across the line at 127.887.
Still getting a lot.
I think he just said to hell with the sprint quality, mate. I don't think he's bothered about the sprint. It's all about the feature, eh? All eyes on me. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of your qualifying for your feature race. Wiz manages to sneak pole off Srivatsa at the very last second there, at 127.8.
What board with Black Box on a flying lap, look. He's just coming up to he's in the last sector now.
He's done, mate. He's got a checkered flag on his name.
Is he? Alright, he's got a trophy that variety.
He'd went across before the timer. Great rap from Pulley. Oh, I've missed it. But there you go, there is your starting grid for the feature race. Wins in P1, Srivatsa second, Whale in third, Rapid, really good here for the V-Carb team. They're putting on one hell of a drive today. Black Box in 5th, Jones in 6th, Harvey in 7th, Pooley brings it home in 8th, Jason in 9th, Jenkins in 10th, Astrojohn in 11th, Jake the Slayer in 12th, Sheepers in 13th, TGF1 in 14th, Ricky in 15th, and Solanke coming up the rear in the Red Bull in 16th.
Well, I think we've got the top 5 guys in the championship in that top 6 there, so could be interesting. A lot of fast boys when they're all at the front now, as opposed to some of them have maybe had collie bands or that had to maybe start further back in previous races. They're all up the front now, so
We've got, do believe we've got another 2-minute break, guys, in between the qualifying and the feature race. So if you need to go and go for a tinkle, drop the kids off at the pool, go and grab yourself a quick smoke, cup of tea, now's the time to do it. Now is the time to do it.
What tyre strategy are you thinking? Medium hard?
Oh, medium hard. Got to be medium hard. Has to be. I think this also last year. It's too big a track, in my opinion. But again, I'm not as clued up as some of the other guys that are in the race, or some of the guys that are in the stream. They'll probably be sitting there going, Rab, soft already like 10 laps here. What are you talking about? But yeah, for me, be a medium hard. And what I'm starting to realise, in the last couple of races I've had, I'm really starting to favour the hard tyre over anything else. The hards just seem to work.
Some tracks you can't get fired up quick enough, I think, yeah.
I tend to find that, see at things like Monza, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you run a hard because it's a longish track, big long. But every time I check my tyre temps, the fronts are stone cold, absolutely stone cold.
See,
it takes me forever to get hards warmed up.
That's one of the differences between me and you. Is I didn't go in depth with any type of game. I never look at my tyre temperatures. I never look at my tyre life.
You never look at your tyre life?
No.
Oh no, mate. Especially on my outlap, I'm checking tyre temps, checking brake temps, checking like.
See, that's why you're faster than me. You're more in depth. You're more attention to detail and that sort of stuff. I just play the game. You know what I mean?
Oh no! As soon as I feel the rear end of the car starting to slip, I'm like circle, 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 circle. What are my tyres at? Like, what is the tyre wear? And if the tyre wear's at say, let's say 18%, I'm checking temps.
Oh,
here we are, 5 red lights, and we are away. We have absolutely no formation lap here. The guys are just on full charge right off the grid. As Wiz takes it down into turn 1. Srivatsa in P2, everyone holding position up the front. Rapid on the back of Whale. It looks a lot cleaner here than it did in the sprint race. Let me just get some stats up for you guys. Solanke already picking up he's got a drive-through penalty. He's jumped the start. Oh, what a sausage! So as it stands, Wiz, Rapid, Harvey and Jenkins all opting for the hard compound tyre. I wonder why Harvey and Jenkins have done that. They are in a party together. I would have thought those guys would have run slightly different strategies. Maybe one's planning on going for an overcut, going a little bit longer than the other, but if you've got one on the hards, I'd put one on the mediums.
Hope that patting on the same lap.
Oh, we've got a car off the track. It's Astra John. He's went and cut some grass for a little bit there as Solanke makes the move on the outside. He's going to be kicking himself. So we head on into the chicane. We are on board with Stevie Jenkins. Oh, it's Rapid! Rapid's away!
I don't know if that's contact or what have you.
Wiz sets the fastest lap already, 133.847 on the opening lap. I'm wondering if those hards just done it up to temp and he's lost it in that chicane. We're on board with Jenkins. Jenkins getting right on the gearbox of Harvey there, giving him a little sniff. You smell good. Why did I say that? Why did I fucking say that? Right, anyway.
I thought the top 4 were going to disappear there, but the top 5 are... I thought a wee gap to 6, so that's looking good.
It is indeed just one big massive train up to Astra John, 2.2 seconds off of anyone else here. Let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, Srivatsa's in the wall!
Oh no, Harvey just...
The Alpine!
Harvey run real
safety
wide,
car!
Stevie got past, Harvey run real wide, Stevie got past him, and then obviously that safety car. Yeah.
Oh, really, really unlucky there for Srivatsa. Looked like he lost a bit of traction. Sent it spinning. That's a fast right-hander, then hard on the brakes for the next.
What's the damage I can't tell if he's got a front wing on there.
Let's have a look. That's what I'm looking for. We are on board with Sravasa now. He doesn't have a wing at all, mate. It is absolutely gone. He will be pitting. He will be thrown on the hard tyres.
How do you see that?
I just go into the camera type. So you've obviously got the in car, and then you've got the main car, like the main TV broadcast, and then just have a look at the front wing.
Oh, you looked at the broadcast.
Yeah.
That's kind of buggered this race.
That's really unlucky for him.
Got a recovery drive now.
Thing is, mate, we know Sravasa, he can be a quick driver. You know what? It's not a question about it. It's not that he can be. He is a quick driver.
Is he a quick driver in traffic though?
I can't comment. Me and Sravasa had a little coming together, and again, we've kept it pretty professional. It was nothing personal between the two of us. He decided one thing, I decided another.
We all went in the back of the black box there, like, if it was maybe a wee, nah, I wouldn't say it was Bell. Sorry, we went in the back of Westburn there. I think he just wasn't quite paying attention, and we thought it would be Westburn braking.
Housy's just said there in the chat, he's improved loads lately. Mate, do you know what? I stand by that as well. Sravasa's pace in the last couple of weeks has been absolutely phenomenal. He's really coming on leaps and bounds. And get this,
why is Rapid?
I believe
he spun as well.
He spun, and then you notice what tyres he's on? He's opted for a soft. Not sure what he's thinking there, but just a little insight to Sravasa for you guys. When he's racing, I believe he's from India, and I believe right now he's racing at 1 AM.
I mean, I could see why Rapid was going to soft gear, right? Make up a load of places under a safety car, and then he'll be able to go to the hard. He'll be able to run that for about 8-9 laps. We've seen that in the sprint, eh? Who was it? Was it on the hard? The soft tyre in the sprint? Can't remember.
The soft tyre was
Westburn.
Wiz on the sprint. He was the only one on there.
But he made it up to the points, eh?
Done. I don't think this is one of the compound races, bud. Let me just double check.
No, that's round 6.
Track list. Round 6 at Kota, we will have to use all 3 compounds. So tonight we are in Japan. Next week we will be going to Canada. Next week is just a qualifying, normal race, qualifying and feature. After that, another special event where we will be going to Kota, and it is a 3-tyre compound race, so you have to use all 3 tyres.
So Rab, we were saying earlier how there's always been a severe lack of safety cars in this league because the driving's that good.
Yeah, I know, mate. I think you've jinxed it. I think you've jinxed it. So Housy's theory here for Rapid is that he has to, and Housy's on the money. We are going to see Rapid coming out at the back on those. Oh no! Oh Jesus! Yep, back out on the hards. That's a good call, Faye. Housy said there. You know, he's going to pit. He's going to put himself on a set of softs, and he's going to get himself back out on the hards. Under this safety car, the hards will go to the end. Housy, you are not a sausage, mate. You are not a sausage.
I mean, aye. That is how much pace is he going to be able to take out of them at that distance, eh?
Well, mate, if we're under the safety car for another couple of laps and the hards can go to the end, right?
Aye.
If they can, everyone in front of them still got to pit.
It's just going to be him and Sravasa are going to have a stellar recovery drive to get any decent points here. Because they say we've not got any slow guys here.
No, we definitely have any slow guys. None. That's whatsoever. Jeff is in the chat. Yo, had issues with the game. Hopefully good for the race. Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. You look like you had a bit of a nightmare in the sprint. Your car was ghosted a few times, so it's good to see that it's nice and solid. All we expect for you now, mate, is to get right up there and help your teammate out. Get some solid points for Haas. Sravasa, the only Alpine driver on the track. It's sad to see. Had I known, I'd have jumped in and saved the mighty Alpine, got them off the bottom of the grid in the constructors.
Did you say that Jenkins and Harvey started on the hards?
Both drivers started on the hards, mate, yep.
I was just, we're on lap 4 and it's still only showing everybody's 3 lap old tyres, eh?
They'll go to, they're on their 4th lap, so when they go over the line it'll show us 4 lap old tyres when they're on their 5th.
Nah, I mean, 6 and 7 for now. if we could just maybe work together, they could go drag themselves a bit further.
Oh, 100%, 100%. They're two very, very consistent drivers. Jenkins, probably the more aggressive of the two, I think it's fair to say. But again, he's probably the one that takes it out on his cell when he's maybe overly aggressive and loses it. But no discredit to the man. He can be really, really quick. As we get going again here, Wiz will start the pack again. Hugs the wall. Whale hunting him down. Black box right on the back of Whale as well as we head off into turn 1. Round turn 2. A little bit wide there for Wiz. Gets a little touch of the curb on exit. Whale pushing in. It's just on the gearbox as we head up through the S's. This is 4, 5, 6 and 7 as we approach the top here. The fast right-hander at turn 8, down again into turn 9.
I think the mediums are going to be looking a wee bit better than the hards at the minute.
Thing is, how many more laps are they going to get out of these? I know we're under a safety car, but as Whale takes a little look up the inside, can't do it. Black box again, similar to what we saw in the sprint race. He seems very, very patient, just sits at the back watching and see what's going to happen. He knows he's in a good position. He doesn't have to attack right now. It's very, very early in the race. I wonder if he's just seen if Whale will attack on the back of Wiz and he can capitalise on it. Maybe,
here goes
maybe see what happens.
Whale going past Wisburn here, so this is going to be good.
Oh, nice and clean for both drivers there. Down into the chicane.
I did think the tyres were going to make a big difference this early, especially after the safety car restarted.
Whale 132.7 takes the fastest lap of the day so far. Srivatsa 132.2. Is he on the push? As Wiz and Whale go side by side, a little bit of contact, both losing traction. Whale loses out. Jones, the lonely Mercedes driver, just watching the chaos happening up ahead of him.
Oh, what's happened with Wiz? What's happened? Something's happened to Wiz there. Like his car stopped.
He's maybe lost out.
I mean, I didn't care if maybe he's getting them back through because he thought he caused that.
Not sure. Possibly, perhaps. He gave us a little wiggle there. I'm not sure if it's wheel issues or if it's a little wave to the camera.
See, I think black box just let Whale back in front as well for the same thing. Well, hold on, new black box is slow breaking. What's going on?
And Jones capitalises on the move for black box. Black box takes a look up the inside. A little bit of wheel bang there with the Mercedes driver.
I'm a bit confused with what was happening there.
Guys, if you are listening to the stream while you're racing, we appreciate the good sportsmanship here. But not everybody's sportsmanship has got the same level of sportsmanship as others. Jones proving that, pushes his way through on black box, who appeared to be letting Whale and Wiz take the lead of the race again due to the contact made earlier at turn 1 and 2. This time Wiz takes the outside line, Whale moves to the inside. Those medium tyres now, 6 lap old, they're going to be getting tired soon. Nice and easy goes Wiz through turn 2 as we head up to turn 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 at the top of the hill. Let's jump back doing the order here. Let's have a look at what's happening at the back. Astra John making moves on Srivatsa. He is on the soft compound tyre. Srivatsa's pitted. He's opted for the mediums.
He was having a Rapids, so I've seen that safety car came in and he'd made the extra pit stop, so he was a good bit off the back.
He was a wee bit off the back there. Housey reckons that Rapid could possibly have rear wing or floor damage. If we don't start seeing those times dropping, mate, you know what, you'd be on with a good shout. Yep, he's lost a bit of traction there as well.
He's certainly losing time. He's losing a lot of time. That's 2 seconds in the past 3 corners.
I wonder if we're going to see a pit and quit here for Rapid. It's not something that we normally see. It's not something we like to see.
But if you've got rear wing damage, it's pointless trying to continue. You just keep losing the back end.
That's right, and I believe that some leagues now, if you can prove you had rear wing damage, don't penalise you for a pit and quit. So, in some leagues, you'll be deducted points, obviously, for your pit and quit. If you can prove you've got rear wing damage, they won't do it because they know that you're basically just driving around in circles for the sake of driving around in circles. As Housie says, my league's like that, yeah. And do you know what, mate? I think that's a great thing to have in place. The likes of, like, if you've got floor damage, or it's still frowned upon though. No, I totally get that. I totally get that.
I just couldn't keep the back end in check at all, and eventually did end up hitting the wall. So
just finished the race. Oh, mate, if I was rapid, I'm 13 seconds off the back. I'd just be going, I could be finishing right now. Order a Domino's, get some good telly on.
Yeah,
any points is points. That's true.
You can get the stream on.
Aye, and he could sit and curse and swear at whoever spun him. As we've got a yellow flag for, who is it? It's Rapid. He's went around.
Yeah, he's got 20 seconds off the back.
I think he's got some damage.
That's unfortunate.
Have a look down here. Jenkins still holding himself pretty well. Top 5, 2.6 seconds off the bat. Jones.
Oh, that's
Teague picks up a 10-second penalty for corner cutting.
Massive corner cut. I don't care if maybe lost the back end of the car and it forced him to do it, but aye, that was he was lucky in the torpedo the two cars that he was alongside.
Unbelievable, Jeff. Harvey losing out here. Don't know what's happening with the man. He was sitting side by side with Jenkins for a while there. He finds himself down in P11.
But yes, Steve is best of the rest at the minute.
He is indeed. 3.1 seconds to Jones. That gap in front still climbing. Pooley in the Sauber trying to fend off a McLaren. As I say that, Harvey makes the move on Astra John side by side up to the hairpin. Astra John takes the inside line. Harvey on those hard compound tyres, he's not going to get the traction. The 5-lap old softs there, they'll still be somewhat alive. Harvey, bide your time, my friend. It's going to come, it will come. Never true a word said. I'll tell that to the wife, alright. Just bide your time, it'll happen. It'll go off. As Sravats has a look up the inside of Harvey there, decides against it, moves back to the outside of the track. Sravats a 6th lap, old mediums. Oh, he gets a little shunt for the Ferrari of Teague, F1 again.
Oh dear.
Teague not having a good drive here, not having a good time. He's away into the pits. As Whale now takes the lead. I think Teague's going to quit. He's just got himself another 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
What, 20 seconds?
Yeah, I think frustration's possibly got the better of him.
You know what I say, Rab, if you've got 4 wheels in your wagon, you finish the race. Unless you've got rear wing damage, obviously, that could be an absolute pain.
Nah, even if I had wing damage, mate, I think... Do you know what? If I was stone cold last, I'd be raging. But if I was...
Still try and race until you actually bend it out of the gear.
Aye, I would. My car would have to... 9 times out of 10, my car has to be missing a wheel for me to stop racing. Unless, of course, I'm in WTFL, it's the opening platinum race, and I'm 4 pints deep, 5 pints deep, and I'm sitting there going, is that Marshall in front of me, or... I can't see it. And by the way, before anybody jumps in the chat, it's like 4 pints, really? I never drink. 4 pints and I'm tipsy. Jenkins now 4.2 seconds behind the leading 4. I'm wondering if this will all be down to the fact they're in a nice little DRS train here at the front. The medium compound tyres of Whale have come to an end. He's jumped into the pits. He will be going on to harsh for the rest of the race. Black Box decides to stay out. Jones decides to stay out. And Wiz on the 10-lap old hards takes control of this race once again. Everyone else staying out. Ricky is in the pits, 10 lap old mediums. We'll give Pulley a little bit of love here. Everyone likes the sound of the kick Sauber. Not.
Hello from Amy and Iron Island. Hope the races go well for the racers and that you enjoy commentating.
Like
hello from downstairs.
It is bogging, mate.
I just got a message on mine saying hello from downstairs. So that's my other stepbuddy. He must be watching.
Ah, welcome, mate, welcome. Give your dad a subscribe. Or your stepdad a subscribe. Whale has returned to the grid. To the race, sorry. He is on the hard compound tyres. He'll be looking to make up some places here, try and get himself into the back of those packs. These guys all still to pit. The only one that doesn't is Rapid, but Rapid's having a hell of a time out there. Srivatsa as well had a spin on the opening lap, finds himself still sitting in P13. Again, he has pitted.
Seems to be struggling to get the power doing Rapid.
Wiz takes the fastest lap of the day, 132 flat. Blackbox finds himself in second here, half a second off the. Not bad considering he's on 11 lap old mediums.
And Jones is sticking with him as well, he's in a strong driver.
Jones is the lonely Mercedes driver here.
He's currently fourth in the championship with 29 points, so this will be good points for him.
Now looking at Stevie Jenkins here. 5 point, he's touching the curbs, he's losing the back end there. 5.5 seconds to the top three. He's still on the hard compounds, but 2 second gap there to Jake.
Yeah, he has been a wee bit of gap on Jake, so that's a good thing.
It is. Well, we're no biased in this Comsport, mate. We're no biased in here.
Nah, but it'll be a good boost for his confidence as well, to be honest. So hope he stays in that position.
And if he plays it smart, doesn't be burning all the battery to try and get away from Jake here, he's on with a good shout.
Yeah, it was kind of what I expected for Stevie. I thought he would have figured in the top 6. Initially, just on what kind of pace he had.
Again, I'm not sure if this is one of the tracks that Jenkins is a big fan of.
Right.
Fan of, sorry, that maybe come across a bit weird there because I'm Scottish. As Blackbox chooses to pit, Harvey makes the move on the inside of Astra John. The 8 lap old softs clearly dying out now as the 11 lap old Harvey are still so much alive. And Harvey finds himself back in the top 5. Jones opts to stay out, Jason opts to stay out.
I mean, maybe this hard tyre was the right choice.
I told you the hards just feel so much better in recent weeks. Whale picks up the fastest lap of the day. He's on a charge, he's trying to get himself back up to these places. He knows that the guys in front have still got to pit, and as it stands, he's looking at P1 when these guys come into pit. Maybe just outside it, actually. I just noticed in these points. Again, he's still got a little bit of time. I think Wiz is going to take these hards as long as he can.
I mean, he could take him Jones is definitely off the pit before him.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry, guys, I went a bit quiet there. I was having quite a big yawn there. I don't know what's going on. It's nothing to do with the racing, it's the fact that I don't sleep at all. As we say that, Jones fires the Mercedes into the pits. He's had enough. Will Jason follow him in? Let's have a quick look. The McLaren driver opts against it, thinks he's got more life on those tyres. He's going to try and hold on to the back of Jenkins. Mate, don't pimp when Jenkins pits because you are going to be dying out there on those tyres. Whale 19.4 second interval here. That can't be right, surely no.
I mean,
it is indeed.
If Stevie can get the fit down here, he could maybe pull in some of that gap.
Jones returns to the grid in P6. Fresh hards. just gets himself in front of Black Box. And Srivatsa now finds himself in the top 10.
I do believe Harvey's catching Jason as well.
Jump on board with Harvey for a wee bit. We'll give the man some love.
I'll just sit on Jason's rear wing and walk him that way.
Harvey, a fellow WTFL driver. That is where my friendship with this man started. He was racing with one of the gaffers, Curly. They were in the Mercedes. I was driving the McLaren. I thought, who are these chumps? I knew who Curly was. Harvey, I didn't have a clue. And slowly but surely a rivalry began. Harvey and I almost side by side through the whole league. And then what happened? He went and spent an extra couple of £100, bought himself a fantastic wheel, and now I can do nothing but smell the rubber coming off the rear of his tyres. The boy is really, really coming on. He's a good guy, good driver, friendly. But in the steward's office, he will throw you under the bus. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I shouldn't say that.
Jason fitting into the second push.
He is indeed.
So
just the top three left
Martin,
to pit.
1, 2, 3.
Jenkins 11.1 seconds off the pace of Wiz here. Wiz absolutely flying, easily controlling this race as it stands. Top three still to pit, everyone else on the hards. They'll be taking those to the end. And Whale finds himself in fourth. Let's have a look at the times as it stands. 11.6, 12, 13, 13 and 7, yeah, 20 seconds. So what is the pit stop time here, guys? Is it a 20-second pit stop or is it faster? Because as it stands,
quite a short pit lane, so at the entry anyway.
That's what I'm wondering. I've always just guessed around about the 20-second mark, but as it stands, Whale would find himself battling for a podium position. Now I'm guessing there's every chance that these top three these second and third Aston Martins, I think they're probably, I wonder if they're going to try and push it the same amount of laps as Wiz and all lap pit at the same time. But then saying that, Harvey or Jenkins, one of them's going to have to go first.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to double stack. No way.
What's the gap? 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Nah, you're going to need 4 or 5 for that.
Exactly. There's no way you're going to do it. You're not going to sacrifice it.
Was the Black Box overtaking Jones, DRS?
He is indeed.
Finish?
Like he was tied to a tree there.
Right, that was
made it look easy.
I'm just looking at the amount of time. The Black Box is only 21 off of the lead, didn't he? This guy could be going for a nice undercut.
Who is this you're looking at just now?
Black Box.
Black Box.
Yeah, I mean, there's only
very possibly
12, 14, 19, 20 seconds after it.
So, Black Box, for anyone that doesn't know, I'm not sure if he is solely the owner of Apex F1, but for all intents and purposes, he is the boss man tonight.
El Capitan.
El Capitan, indeed. El Pape. Oh, that was a bit weird. I should have said that.
But yeah, he's motoring.
He's the Don. Can he pull a daddy move tonight and get himself on the podium? As we say that, Wiz enters the pits. What is Jenkins and Harvey going to do? Surely one of them's going to go in. They are in a party together.
I think if maybe Wiz was listening to the stream, he would have heard that he maybe needed to get into the pits because Black Box is cooking. Like.
He's opted for the medium compounds. Jenkins and Harvey both stay out. Where will Wiz come out? Whale gets the jump on him. Well, Black Box as well. Black Box is too far back. Wiz dropping down 3 places. Now, are we going to see... I don't know. I know what Jenkins is like. He's going to want to push for a win, but...
I mean... He's got a chance of a podium, I think, so.
Absolutely, but who's going to pull the trigger first, mate? That's the question.
I think Stevie has to go first, right? Because since he's leading the race and team order, not if you're leading, then you get the first thingy, first pit stop question.
Srivatsa now finds himself up in the top 10. Rapid, slowly but surely, trying to claw some time back here. Still down in P12, not giving up. Love to see it. If you've ever been in a party with Rapid, you wouldn't know he was there. Every now and again you hear a little and then you're reminded that he's sitting in the seat, listening in the shadows. Teague pits, he's coming out in a set of mediums. He's had a bit of a stinker air race here.
I think
and truly.
Wiz has got those mediums fired up almost straight away. So he's starting to pull back away from Black Box.
And he's right on the gearbox of Whale here. Are we going to see the move getting done down into turn 1? Here we go. There it is, he moves to the inside. Whale gives him a little bit of space. Into turn 2, nice and easy, good clean driving for the drivers here.
So
you know something else? Lap 18, Japan, not a penalty on the board.
Good point. I bet there was a guy who did take 2.
That's true, but not now. We're going by now, not a penalty on the board. No 3-second gaps, nothing like that.
Not people, Ricky just went in, doing a few places ahead of the moment.
He has. Pulley finds himself down to a couple of places as well. Let's have a look. We're going to look at the biggest winners and losers so far. Harvey, the biggest winner, making up 6 positions, and the biggest loser is unfortunately the Racing Bull of Rapid, dropping down 7. As we say that, we have missed Stevie Boy. I've went and gave Pulley the commentator's curse. Sorry, man. I do apologise. I'll put that in my curse jar. Jenkins has pulled the pin before Harvey. He is now on the medium compound tyres, sitting in 9th.
Further back, I thought it was going to be, to be honest, with the fast one.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Was not a terrible position to be in, but having a look at the times at the boards, he's got a lot of time to make up. He makes the first move already, gets past Jake the Slayer. He's now hunting down the McLaren of Save Jason. Wiz sets the fastest lap of the day, a 1:30 flat. Let's get back up here, there's a lot of action happening. Whale holding on to P2, Black Box in P3, and Jones still sniffing on the rear here. P4 seems very, very comfortable.
Oh, it's Harvey fitted.
The times a whiz on those mediums compared to these hard runners, 1.4, 1.5 and increasing. As I say that, Whale clawing a little bit of time back here, attacks that corner very, very aggressively. Whale, one of the owners, if not the sole owner of WAOF1, decided he was going to take some time out for racing. I wasn't aware it was just a week, and it is absolutely brilliant to have him back on track.
Stevie's making a move on Save Jason. Nice,
makes it
nice
look easy, mate.
Yeah, that looked really easy actually, especially it's like not being a DRS zone. Really easy.
He attacked that hairpin in first gear, mate. I don't think I've ever seen anybody drop it down into first there. He's got to watch though. What we do know, what I feel I know about Jenkins, he says he's changed, but for what I see on the screen, he's never changed. He likes to burn that battery right down. Very, very aggressive in opening laps, and I don't know if I think he struggles to kind of regroup it back. As I say that, I join on board with Srivatsa. Srivatsa finds himself back up at the P5, 7.7 seconds off the bat of Jones. And a small gap opening up between these top 4 drivers. 1.5 back to Whale, 1.8 back to Black Box, and Jones 1.3.
Yeah, nice gaps opening up.
They are indeed. All the action now sitting in behind Jenkins. As we find Jake the Slayer, Save Jason and Jenkins coming up through the S's here. Corner 6, corner 7. Oh, sorry for you F1 enthusiasts. Turn 1, turn 6, turn 7, turn 4. Sorry, not corners, turns.
Just say the turns I've got names here as well. I certainly don't
no.
any of them.
No, absolutely not, mate. I don't know. I didn't want to sound offensive to anybody. I just assumed they'd all be Japanese references, and as much as I love the Japanese culture, and I've got it tattooed all over my body, I'm not going to try and pronounce those words. Like, I just absolutely butcher them. I'd end up quoting some sort of sushi menu or something. It'd be unbelievable. I would just crucify it. As I say, that black box now half a second off the bat to Whale with the DRS. Jones finds himself 2.7 seconds off the bat of black box now. I'm not sure what happened to Jones. He's maybe having a little bit of hiccup.
Just black box is fast, mate.
He is a very, very quick driver. But I feel Jones was just sticking with them, you know. Even in the sprint race, he wasn't too far off the back of them for a while.
Oh,
as I say that, Harvey makes the move on Ashley John.
I literally thought black box had gone right off track. It was obviously just a wee glitch in my connection. I thought we'd binned it. Oh,
Harvey
he's
now
in the
finds
gravel
himself
now,
back in the top 10. He's went slightly off track. He's still there though. Some good points here for the Aston Martin drivers. 6th and 9th secured this far.
I didn't want to curse Wiz, but I mean, just in there, that's 2 races in a row. He seems to be controlled perfectly. Once he got
Which
to the
makes you
front,
question what happened in the sprint, mate. What happened in the sprint?
did he have a really bad quality or something?
I'm not sure. I'm not
Did
sure
he-
if maybe
He started way at the back.
he seems to be one of the drivers that leaves it to the last minute.
And if you bugger it, then you've no got
That's
a chance
it.
for another run. Don't get me wrong. I've been bad.
One of
for-
the guys that just sends it on an absolute hero lap.
Oh, maybe Wiz tried to just win the sprint to the back. Maybe he's thinking,
Possibly.
I've got this. I wouldn't have thought though. So you're fighting for the championship, so you want to maximise your points even in the sprint. So as you say, he must have, as you say, maybe just left F1 run and maybe held up. Maybe thinking it'd be a yellow flag or something like that, I reckon.
Maybe just unfortunate possible invalidation. We just do not
Yeah.
know. But Harvey now sitting here with a good chunky ERS, good chunky battery. As we say that, Wiz
Wiz.
picks up a 3-second penalty. 1.3 seconds clear now of Whale.
Yeah, aye. He was stretching that out there to get that penalty and put him back under a wee bit of pressure, I think.
We've got 5 laps to go here. Whale will have seen that warning coming up. Is now the time to start pushing.
Same with Black Box, who's seen it too. He'll be. Yeah, if he can get on the back of the wheel or fast wheel, then he's got a chance of winning the race.
Save Jason using a little bit of battery there, trying to claw it back onto Jenkins. Jenkins obviously listening to the stream, listening to the advice. Whale picks up a 3-second penalty as well.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh, cuts that chicane. So now Black Box finds himself secure in P2 as it stands. Jones would take P3.
The thing still remains that Black Box has to get past wheel first now to get a chance of winning the race.
Absolutely, mate. And with 5 laps to go, or 4 laps now after this. No, 5 laps, sorry. Is it enough? Is it enough? I don't think it is.
I think he's going to struggle because Jones is getting pretty close to the back of Black Box here. And I think if Jones is fighting for that position, then it's going to allow Whale and Wiz to pull away a wee bit.
Pulley makes the moves on Sheepers there. Just jump on board, finds himself just outside the top 10. I'll keep having a look at Jenkins and Save Jason here. Some of the closest guys on the track. I'm looking as Jenkins
Stevie
picks up a 3-second penalty. Stevie boy. I was going to say it looked like Jenkins, if you listen to the stream there, he's picked up a lot of battery. I thought he's going to use that to attack. Just get away from Jason. Jason with the harder compound tyre. Jenkins mediums are going to start dying off in the next 2 to 3 laps, which will give Save Jason the advantage. But it's all said and done now. Save Jason will secure himself P6 as long as he holds it together to the end of the race. Jones sniffing on the gearbox here, the black box.
He should get a run at him here.
Will he do anything with it? We'll stay on board with Jones for now.
I think black box must have the points on ERS. Because he didn't make any real inroads with that DRS up.
As we head up rapid, picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
As you say, he's got a damaged car. He's still in the race. So.
To be honest, I don't think he's going to be too overly bored. I mean, like we say, damaged car. He's not had the race that we expected from the sprint, and especially not for the qualifier. It was looking really good for Racing Bulls tonight.
Even the last 2 races, he's looked strong. I mean, I see him on the top step before the end of the season.
You think?
Yeah,
it's a big claim to make.
Yeah, I think Rapid is really fast. And I think he's on par with these guys at the front. He just know how to lock. The things have maybe not quite went his way.
Round 4, and Atom throws in a wee curveball there as we jump on with Rapid. As Rapid is sending it onto the grass. He's still in it though. He's still continuing to drive. I've went and jinxed it as we're starting to see. I can smell food. Sorry guys, I got a bit distracted there. I've not had my dinner. As the penalties are starting to come in, will Jones do anything here? Blackbox deploys a lot of battery, trying to keep Jones off his back.
He needs to get closer coming out the final turn.
Jones nice and easy through turn 1 and 2. Kisses a little bit of curb there. Black box on the last lap did touch that curb there, and he did send him a little bit wide.
I think maybe Black Box will start to catch wheel again as well.
Jump on with Black Box. 1.4, 1.5 seconds is the gap. 2 laps remaining. As Pulley makes the move on Sheepers. Sheepers is off. He is round in turn 2.
Jones is certainly a lot closer through this series of corners than he was in the last lap. He just needs to get a better exit out of the final corner.
Get that wing open. He knows that Black Box is going to be using a lot of battery to try and defend him. He needs to start thinking about using that battery as well to attack.
They are creeping towards Whale a bit.
3.9 second gap here.
Good chance Wales going to end up 4th here.
Let's have a look at the penalties. Everybody on 3 seconds that you can see there except for Ricky with a 10-second penalty. So as it stands, Wiz, Whale, Jenkins, Pulley, Rapid 3-second penalties, and People Ricky with a 10-second.
Jones was a lot closer that time, but still not enough to get him doing the start finish with the DRS.
He's still not even sniffing at that battery, mate. He's still got a lot of charge there. Wiz at the front, still controlling the race here, keeping the gap. Black Box 1.6 seconds off the back of him. Jones just waiting for his time. Sheepers gets a 10-second penalty for going out the pit lane too fast, and there we go. Our first DNF of the night. Our first rage quit. Why? Why? You had 2 laps to go, mate. Why did you do that?
Nice. I did get it. I understand if he hit the wall as he was going to the pitch, but if he's just to go in and go to 10 seconds, he'll fucking quit. I just think
just
people
threw
like
the towel in, I think.
No offence to the guy, I dick in the boy at all, but I think that people's seats should be evaluated if they have repeat offender sort of thing.
Yeah, not a bad thing, not a bad idea. I do believe that some leagues do that as well. So many pit and quits, and you are out. We'll have a look at Jones. Is he going to attack Black Box here on the final lap? He doesn't. Opts against it.
I've seen a bit carbon fibre flying across the grass. It was between Jenkins, saved Jason and Harvey. I don't know whose it was that came off, but somebody lost some, or maybe an end fence.
Oh! Harvey makes the move on save Jason there. Now Aston Martin 6 and 7.
I mean,
Interesting.
Is that nobody qualified, eh?
It is, I believe.
I mean, you can't ask for it. I mean, I think that's a solid day's work for the pair of the boys.
It is indeed. Jenkins will lose the 2 positions though. He'll lose it to Harvey and save Jason as it stands. He'll find himself in P8.
Well, I didn't see any end fences missing after save Jason.
We'll jump on board.
Contact there though.
Harvey is missing an end fence.
Yeah, I knew somebody.
He is indeed on the right hand side of the car.
I knew somebody had lost somewhere.
Whale now got the gap down to 2.8 seconds. It's not going to be enough as we are approaching the last corners here. We go around the chicane for the final time. As Wiz gives it full send, uses all the battery across the line.
Drive.
Holds the line, takes P1, Whale brings it across the line in second place. Black Box steals second and Jones takes third. Whale now knocked down into P4. Srivatsa comes across the line, he will secure fifth. Not a bad recovery drive considering what had happened at the start of the race there.
Really unfortunate for Whale after this. I mean, a solid drive apart from the penalty. Really unfortunate.
Jenkins brings it home in P6, Harvey in P7. Jason in P8. I'm wondering if Jenkins is, if Harvey's maybe put on the brakes a little bit there to try and push Jason back a little bit.
I mean,
I'm wondering.
If he did it, it's worked.
Whatever they've done has worked. So big shout out to the Aston Martin drivers. Not sure what he did there, but
I mean, to qualify in 6th and 7th. I mean, coming in 6th and 7th, that's just perfect.
Harvey's in the chat with a little hush emoji, so I'm wondering if Harvey's maybe held on, saved Jason there to ensure that they got some good points there. Well done, lads. Really good to see it. I've actually loved this race tonight. So save Jason in P8, Jake the Slayer in P9, Astra John brings it across the line in P10, Pulley in 11th, Rapid really unfortunate drive and brings it home in P12. Ricky in 13th, Teague F1, another really unlucky driver of the night, didn't seem to have it going his way. He'll be bringing it home along in 14th. Give us a little wiggle, mate. There you go. That's it. And Solanke coming up the rear in the last position. Black Box, will you stop that? Brakes were stuck, says Harvey. Oh, well, that's really unfortunate, mate. You need to get. You must have been driving Stroll's car. You need to get somebody to look at that. GG tonight, lads. Some great comms.
Driver of the day for EA was Black Box.
He says an apology for a long night. Mate, don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine.
Good, man. Good. But I'm going to come out with the news straight away. I can't see the driver of the day going to anybody other than Wiz. That was an absolutely solid drive. Controlled it. For the minute it got to the front, he just controlled that race.
Oh damn. There you go. Jenkins says my brakes were stuck from lap 20 and released on lap 26.
That was a solid drive for Stevie and Harvey, like. Good points.
Really good drive for the Aston Martin boys. Massive congratulations to them.
You was able to hit 2 cars on the track like you can.
Oh, 100%. And a big shout out to the Racing Bulls as well. The sprint race was absolutely phenomenal to watch. Really good teamwork between the two of them.
It was.
Never played the team game at all, did we, Harv? I think yous are lying buggers, so yous are.
That's what you want, liars. No, that's what you want. You want your teammate to be on the same page as you.
Exactly. I wish more people were like that. As Srivatsa is the first one to leave the session. Really unfortunate for him, but a good recovery drive. 5th place, not too bad, not too shabby.
No, I mean, it was a solid recovery drive. Like, I mean, if the main man had such a good drive, then maybe he could have been considered for driver of the day, just simply because of the recovery.
So, are you going to announce it then on live on air who you want driver of the day to be?
No, I'll leave it to yourself, mate. You're the man for that sort of
I don't think we've done driver of the day on this league, have we?
No, but we were talking. I
No, we did. I think we did. Aye. Right. Okay. So what I'll do, guys, is just to wrap this up. I've been Wee Rabbi. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Apex F1. Hope you enjoyed yourself. We had an absolute stonker of a sprint race, with the two racing bulls had taken home first and second place, and then there, not too bad. We had a few incidents on track, shall we say, a few more points than we expected.
A surprise visit for a safety car in this league. You didn't see that very often.
I know, you didn't see it very often, so we're quite unfortunate. Again, Japan can be one of the tracks. You do tend to have, like I've said over and over again, really, really slippy curbs. But thank you for tuning in, guys. I've been Wee Rabbi.
I've been the mighty.
He's been the mighty. He's been the mighty Atom. There we go. A final say so. So if anybody's tuned in that isn't a follower or anything like that, myself and Mighty Atom, we do the comms on Apex F1 every Monday night at 8 PM. Tune in next week. We will be here. If you would like to see myself driving, tune in on Wednesday night, 8 PM. I'll race in WTFL and again commentary on WAOF1 on a Thursday night. That's right, I'm a very, very busy boy. If you are interested in doing any sort of online esports racing, give me a shout. My PSN's up there on the top right. Drop me a follow. Drop me an ad. Give me a message, and I will speak to some of the league owners to see if we've got any space, and we'll try and get you in. If you're interested, one rule though is you've got to be clean. Second rule is you have to let me beat you. So, with that said,
thanks to everybody tuned in, and cheers for the comments as well. It's nice to see someone coming up my screen. So yeah,
there we go then. Well, that's thanks for me and thanks for him. We are out.